Hello and welcome back to this Academy series on the CoreLogix Kubernetes operator. This is where we left off. We had run the kubectl get CRDs command, and we can see from the prefixes here, these are the names of the actual CRDs when we create them. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this first one, alerts. We're also going to look at some of our total cost optimizer policies for both the traces and logs as well. And we also have a recording group set in here too. So if I just move this out of the road, it's all defined in YAML. It's absolutely fantastic how we can do this. We have all of our configuration. I said in one of the other videos that the wonderful thing about Kubernetes is it's built for configuration and it's also built for extension. And this is the configuration part. So kubectl apply is going to apply these YAML files to this cluster, and I have written an apply file for each one of those. I'm going to just copy and paste that and open a new terminal window. And what this is going to do is apply each of those YAML files in turn, and it says all of them have been created. All of those have been created. So as you can see, we don't have any alerts in here. So if I hit refresh, we have two, but I believe we should have three. Yeah, so we are missing this one. So if I just grab some more kubectl here, some commands. So we have this one here is missing. I just to double check that we have, if I do a get on these, all the alerts that are in this namespace, you'll see that one is sitting there called log2, and that's the one that's missing. So let's have a look at this describe. We'll move this up a little bit more. So as you can see, it says that the remote creation has failed, so it has not obviously been created in the CoreLogix account, and we have our error message here. And if we work our way through this, it's bringing us all the way down to this path with this message, and it says the day of the week that the array must contain at least one element. So if we go to log2 and scroll down till we find that path, we will find that I have in fact left out the days of the week. So I just used Copilot there to help me with that. So I've hit save on that. So if we switch back to here, I'll move myself slightly out of the road. Move to this terminal, sorry. Now, what I'm going to do is just rerun all of these. If there's been no changes, Kubernetes is just ignored. If there has been a change, it will then be configured. And as you can see, some of them are unchanged and that one is configured. So what that means is if we switch to here and we rerun, no, sorry, about that. If we switch to here and I click up and then describe, you can see that the generation is 2. It's been synced successfully and the status is true. So if we switch over to here, that means that that has been created, which it has, and it's fantastic. Talked about the reconcile loop. What that means is that the CoreLogix Kubernetes operator is monitoring what's happening in both the Kubernetes cluster and here in my account. So if I start to delete these alerts, the CoreLogix Kubernetes operator will pick that up and it will reapply them. So the metric one has been reapplied, and the other two hopefully will be reapplied. Yep, there's the second one being reapplied, and hopefully the first one, excuse me, the first alert log will be reapplied too. Just hit that another refresh. And there we go. That is working. That is fantastic. Now we also ran, if we go back to here, we also ran some other YAML files. So this one here. And we will have a look at those now in our CoreLogix account. These are our recording rules, which is great. And we now have our TCO optimizer policies as well. And those are all working. That is fantastic. There's a bit of an issue there with that one. I've made a second mistake. Yes, so there's no bucket that's been configured. So for this particular policy, the priority has to be high. So rather than fixing it here, what I will do is I will jump back into my configuration, and we will change this to high. Save that, and again, it's a very simple process to reapply all of these, and we can see that that has been configured. So if I come in here, hit refresh, and switch to my traces, that is now fixed, and that is the power of the CarLogix Kubernetes operator. It allows you to keep your CarLogix resources as configurations. You can keep them in with your code base, or you can keep them within your DevOps CI/CD pipeline, but it gives you complete control, and it allows you to ensure that your Kubernetes cluster and your CarLogix resources are mapped together. See you in the next video.